Hello Scorpio, and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot. I was just talking about you a lot in the Cancer extended reading actually, so you might have a lot to do with a Cancerian types. You might have noticed some Cancers around you. There's something that it's actually a nice connection. It's a nice connection, and it doesn't have to be, what they're showing me is, this is your monthly reading for August, by the way, but the Cancer energy, both being like water signs, there's this nice flow between the two of you. It's it's a healthy flow that comes in between the two energies of Cancer and Scorpio that you can work with really nicely. So like I said, if there's Cancer in your world, it's about working with that energy in a healthy way, which is a very kind and caring and intuitive and compassionate energy as well, maybe very empathetic and feeling kind of like very kind and caring. So this doesn't have to mean the person is a Cancer. It could just be that you're working with like the frequency of that energy, because somebody could be a Leo but they might have Venus in Cancer, so they might be, you're connecting to that side of them, which would be that they would be expressing themselves. Their love language would be through all those Cancerian traits. So I feel like there's a nice flow of energy between you and Cancer. So just be aware of that, because that's something you could find, this beautiful emotional support between the two of these energies. And it's like, you're teaching them about power and how to be powerful, and that's okay for them. And they're also bringing this energy of emotional support and empathy as well. So it's like we can both of these energies can kind of work through things together. And so I do feel like there's a lot of relationship stuff coming up before I've even pulled a card for you, Scorpio, about how the flow, the emotional flow is going between you and another person. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It can be any kind of relationship, but it's just very much like feeling emotionally supported. Like I like to feel like there's emotional support here in this relationship, and that in a way feels good. So, okay, speaking of the card that I pulled, okay, look at this, the Two of Shells, union and harmony. This is the card of relationships, okay? The Two of Cups. So, and look at these beautiful doves. I like to think of them sometimes as pigeons, because I think pigeons are really funny birds, but I know that they're meant to be doves. But it's like finding peace in the connection between you and another person, finding that closeness, that sense of feeling safe in a connection, and finding that there's harmony within this union. And that is just like gold. It's just like, just being in that energy is like feels so good, and it's so healing. So this is what's coming up for you as the very first card. There's going to be opportunities, like all the readings are about what opportunities. Here's beautiful Miss Stella coming in. The opportunities of the energies around. So you can choose to tap into that or not, but it very much is like, if you're feeling the opposite of that, like disharmony, it may be that there's someone around you that can bring this beautiful sense of union and harmony and emotional flow that can help you heal some of that disharmony or some wounds or past hurts or things like that. But it just feels good. I'm feeling it in my heart. I'm feeling really like, I'm liking how I'm feeling in this relationship. It's good. And it also feels like almost like it feels intangible. I can't quite explain what it is. I can't quite, if you had to be rational about it and go, oh, this is doing this and this is doing that, it's like I can't. It just feels right. It feels good. You know that there's deeper things that are being that are getting this beautiful glow, they're getting this beautiful healing, and it's almost like you don't even need to know, you just need to feel and trust your intuition with it. So it's just such a beautiful energy to come through. So let's see what's shifting and changing for you, Scorpio, but definitely seems like relationships are something that we're going to be looking at in August. So in August, we do have the new moon in Leo happening on the 4th. And we have the full moon in Aquarius happening on the 19th. And we also have Mercury retrograde for most of the month, kind of comes in straight after the new moon in Leo, and turns direct at the end of the month. So very Mercury retrograde energy, which is a lot of going over, reassessing, reanalyzing, looking at things, reworking stuff. So definitely there's relationship stuff you're going to be working on here. And look at this. There's two of shells next to the star card, Saturn, Uranus, Aquarius. And this is the card of peace and healing, the star card. It's the card of feeling very guided. It's a beautiful high vibrational energy. It's feeling so much more hopeful. Again, it's just all these things that you can't quite express or put your finger on. Like, yes, hope is probably a word that you could put when you're feeling this connection. You could go, yes, I'm feeling hope. But it's just so much more than that. So the star card does represent guidance, higher guidance, bringing you into the future. So it could actually be that you're connecting to somebody like a future relationship, or you are somehow getting into working on a high energetic level about future relationships or a future of a relationship. So this is where you could be manifesting a soulmate, or you could be connecting to somebody in the 5D, in the higher realms, or it could just be that there's something within a particular relationship in your life that it's rising up to a higher vibration. It's a sense of this feels like important for your future, this relationship, that it has a future, it could create a future. It's just a beautiful energy to come through with the star card. So let's see what else is coming through for Scorpio. So Scorpio, I just wanted to let you know that this reading is for Scorpio sun, moon and rising. Always recommend to watch all three of your placements if you know where they are, because it gives you the fuller picture of what's going on for you. And this is a general reading, Scorpio. Just take what feels right, leave the rest. Bit uncertain about something. How are we going to do this? We've got Miss Stella here. Just take what feels right, leave the rest. And if it does really resonate, you'd like to explore this further into the future and get some more messages, there will be an extended reading, and the link for that will be in the description box below. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. So it's interesting, this Two of Swords. I'm just going to pull all the cards out for you, but the Two of Swords is about, it's interesting you've got Aquarius, because Aquarius is the star card. It's very much like, do I trust my intuition or am I in my rational mind? And that's kind of what I was doing. I'm like, on a rational mind, it's really hard to describe what this is, and there's so much more to it. But when I'm in my intuitive flow, it just feels right. And so, yeah, it's very much a sense of you're working with those energies, trying to work out what to trust. The Emperor, okay. The Chariot card, this is the card of Cancer, the major arcana. So, yeah, I feel like you're definitely working a lot. The Fool, the Queen of Swords, and the Page of Swords. Okay. Messages, information coming through. And I just want to pull one more card. Yeah, the Seven of Pentacles. Cancer actually got the same card to finish up on, and the Three of Cups. So, yeah, it is about emotional connections. Absolutely. It's about how you want to feel and who you want to feel connected to. And it also could be bringing up things around third parties as well, if there's something around that needs to be healed or needs to be cleared up and understood in some way. That definitely could come through. So let's look at the situation here. We have, I'm going to put my little page down there. The Two of Swords. So we can see on one side we have the intuition, the other side rational mind, hesitant, uncertain, unsure about what's going on perhaps, or about there's just something you're still uncertain about when it comes to relationships, or just how relationships in general, or a particular relationship. Like I said, it doesn't have to be romantic. It could be, you could be happily single with this, but this could be a work friend, or it could be you're just navigating an old relationship, or you're manifesting a new relationship, or you're just like, yeah, I'm good and I'm just healing. I'm, bringing in the people that I want to be around. Maybe it's like, yeah, absolutely. Like Stella, so happy. So the Two of Swords crossed by the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is challenges, there has been potentially challenges, or something's been challenging here within a relationship. The Five of Wands does represent that. Also could be you're trying out and testing new things as well, and you're still a little bit uncertain about that. In your conscious mind, you've got this Nine of Pentacles. So this is, there's a lot of very independent energy around, and, the Nine of Pentacles is very independent. And so it's this question of boundaries, I guess, of it's independent, it's abundant. This Nine of Pentacles very much likes to do things on its own terms, but reaps the benefit of that. So it's looking at dependency and codependency within relationships, and those boundaries and how they work, and how much of you do you want to be independent, and how much of you do you want to be like this Two of Shells and be close, have the closeness. How do you bring that balance into your world? We have at the base the Page of Pentacles. There is actually a lot of pentacles around this. So this could be reflective of a situation that's happening to you around, like, say, a work situation or a health journey, or something that's happening financially, or something that's happening around the home. So it definitely, but what's happening deep down with this Page of Pentacles is that you're seeing there's a really good new opportunity here to plant some new seeds for growth, to allow this part of your world, the relationship part of your world, to grow and flourish in a healthy way. And this could be, like I said, mirrored back to you through these very material things in your world, through like your career or all those things we just talked about. But the Page of Pentacles is, there's a message. There's a very strong message here that there's a good, tangible opportunity here with a particular relationship. There's something here that could could open up, could create something that weaves in abundance or security into your world in some way, which is really nice. In the recent past, we have this Queen of Pentacles. So like I said, we've got all these beautiful pentacles around, and they actually do feel really good in the reading. So it feels like almost like something has really grounded down, and energy within you has really managed to settle and ground in a way with this Queen of Pentacles. The Queen is very intuitively trusting her instincts when it comes to that material realm of what she wants to nurture, when it comes to her world, her home, her money, her living situation, her health. So there's potentially been some messages coming in around nurturing those aspects of your life. And now you've got this very clear message about how that could move forward into abundance. So in the near future, interestingly, we have the Emperor. So the Emperor is, so far the reading's been a lot of divine feminine, and now we move into the masculine and having to deal with, okay, now I'm dealing with the outside world. I'm dealing with this strong energy of someone around you that's potentially very strong authority or holds power in your world. So the Emperor definitely is where you've kind of working out the power dynamics within this relationship or within the situation that you're stepping into, because you want to step in and be able to take control and feel in control, or feel like you're in your power in some way. But there's also this sense of there's a relationship around that you're working with closely as well. So it definitely feels like, how are you going to do that? It might be that you've got this really brilliant idea in terms of how something's really going to work, in terms of just some of the practical sides of things. You could be going, right, I know how to make this work. I'm going to come in and create order. Maybe doing a lot of practical things in your life, but it's like you're going in and sorting something out here. So even though, there's a relationship here that potentially there's healing that's needed around it, or healing that's coming in for you around relationships, there's something just needs to come in. You need to sort something out, very tangible, very practical. You're presenting as the Chariot. So that's why I was kind of getting this like Cancer, Scorpio energy. The Cancer Chariot is the major arcana for Cancer. And so the Charioteer is also being driven by these strong emotions. It's driving something forward, driving something to success, and bringing these elements together that really need to come together. They might feel like they're opposing forces or things don't make sense around it, but it's like I'm strong, I'm putting on my armor, I'm going in and going into battle even, and I'm just driving this forward. And it's this sense of this emotional energy of driving this forward. You have to feel emotionally safe within a situation as well. So that's the thing, this is a very determined energy, this Chariot. So that's why it's really nice that you potentially have got this relationship with this Two of Shells, because there's someone very supportive of you, because this feels a little bit more like I've just gone into divine masculine. I'm sorting stuff out, I'm moving stuff forward, I'm in control, I'm in my power, and I just know, I'm just like trusting that this feels right. There's this willpower. I'm willing this to be sorted out. And so before Stella's about to will that Three of Cups to go off the edge, we'll put it up there. So very determined energy with the Chariot. Energy surrounding you is the Fool. So I think that you can see that there's definitely opportunity to reset a situation. You're almost stepping into a situation that feels very new. The Fool is... maybe there's someone around you that has actually been like done something, they're not making the wisest choices in their life. It could be you're helping this person out, or that there's just someone who's kind of got this childlike naivety that they haven't really thought something through, or they're not capable of thinking something through. It could be that it's like, right, well, I've got to sort this out, don't I? That could be coming through with it as well. But the Fool ultimately is this opportunity to reset something. There's a new opportunity around you, a new situation, and it feels very different. But at the same time, it's seeing that the opportunity is to work with it in a really productive way. So let's see what else we've got. So hopes and fears, we've got this beautiful Queen of Swords. And this is where you're wanting to be able to speak your truth. You're wanting to be able to speak up. You're wanting to know, to get really clear about how you're perceiving a situation. You really like knowing when to hold your tongue and not say something, but also know that you can say it if you need to say it. That's what I'm kind of getting with this Queen of Swords. Also knowing the power of your words. Sometimes it might come across as a little bit harsh or strong. Maybe being able to say something, is that something you want or something you don't want? So it's like finding the balance between being very strong in the way that you're communicating and to be able to communicate what you want, but to be discerning and to be intuitive about that, knowing the right time to say something or the right time not to say something. So I feel like you're kind of, in a way, like it feels like you're tiptoeing around a situation or you're tiptoeing around something here, like you're sorting out this thing here, but at the same time you've got this other energy that feels really supportive. So you've got energy supporting you, helping you sort out this thing in your life, this situation in your life. So we have as an outcome the Page of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles. And again, it's like you're coming up with solutions. The other person may not be able to see this. I kind of feel very strongly like I have to trust that I know the right thing here. I need to move forward in the right way, because I feel like you're working through a lot of stuff. Like there's a lot on your plate here. There's a partnership here, but it's like you might be working with somebody that is stuck in a certain way of thinking, or can't think for themselves, or needs to break free of limitations. This person could be frustrating, but at the same time, it's like I'm coming up with practical ideas. I'm reassessing all the time. I'm coming up with solutions. So I really feel like you're sorting, like I said, it's this sense of helping somebody or sorting a situation out. And it's complicated, but you know exactly what you're doing here, and you've got these very clear boundaries that are coming through around it. And it may be you're getting some very clear messages about how you're planting these seeds in your life at this moment for growth, for healthy growth, especially when it comes to the relationships in your life. So it's almost like the universe presents you with something that needs major reassessing and is a little bit of a trickier relationship, but also they're presenting you with something that's flowing really nicely. So you can kind of almost mirror the two, and you can almost say, okay, yeah, I know how I want to feel within relationships or within this particular relationship, or how this person could be feeling within a relationship. And it definitely feels like you're not only helping somebody else out and sorting a situation out, but also you're doing some major reassessing about what works for you when it comes to relationships, what time, effort, energy, money you want to put into yourself and your relationships. So it really feels like there's this positive energy of growth that's coming in. And so we have, as an overall energy, this Three of Cups, and this is the card of celebration, emotional connections, events, socializing. So there definitely could be like an event, or that there's more than one person here that you're dealing with. There's a group of people. There's more than one energy. But again, it feels like you're navigating through these kind of tricky emotional waters, but at the same time, you're able to get really clear about what it is that works for you and what it is that you want within that situation. So the Three of Cups is about celebration. It may be like a reunion or a reconnection with somebody that you haven't seen for a while or that you want to see. That can be really nice as well. And I just feel like it's so clear about what feels good in your life emotionally and what doesn't. That's kind of the energy that comes through, and you're learning so much about how you want to be, where you want to plant those seeds for growth when it comes to that. So interesting. Let's see. Let's pull an affirmation card for Scorpio. We've got, I see my parents as tiny children who need love. Okay. I have compassion for my parents' childhoods. I now know that I chose them because they were perfect for what I had to learn. I forgive them and set them free, and I set myself free. Yeah, wow. Okay, so, parents, relationship to parents could be something that's definitely coming up. But also this sense of, we generally learn how we are in relationships through our parents' relationship and our relationship with our parents. So that's how we get taught about relationships. And then you can look back and go, okay, well, now I can see a pattern, or now I can see why this happened, or why I'm like this in relationships. And almost this energy of forgiveness, you don't even have to involve them at all. They don't have to be part of this process at all. But it's about you having your own process and going, maybe they worked within these limitations. They did the best they could. Maybe it was a whole heap of belief systems, or, it could be whatever reason, whatever perspective you're able to find on it. But somehow the seeing your parents through a new light and being able to find that forgiveness in a way also sets you free to reset some things in your own relationships. So let's pull. So we're diving deep. We're diving deep into this one, Scorpio. So let's pull a charm for Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to know? Beautiful angels watching over me. This is really lovely. And it does feel like, this sense of these higher dimensions, these higher vibrational energies around supporting you and saying, come up to the light. If you're having relationship issues, come up to the light. If you definitely feels like there's an opportunity to connect on a higher vibrational level with some people at this time, which helps bring this, just automatically will help heal and cut cords if that's what's needed, or to clear your energetic system or emotional systems if that's what's needed. But the angels are basically saying, yeah, they're watching over you, they're around, they're protecting you at this time. And so you might want to call in your guardian angels or archangels or whoever you work with. And if you need them, with the star card guiding you and the crowning you, definitely they're around. They can bring you some guidance, and that's a beautiful energy to come through. So that's your reading, Scorpio. It looks like you're doing some major reassessing of relationships, but there's a lot of emotional support around for you and a lot of higher dimensional support as well, in terms of helping you move into some beautiful healthy waters with that and to plant some new seeds for growth, which is really beautiful. And so we're going to see where it's going, because I'm going to take it over to the extended reading now, because we have that Seven of Pentacles there contemplating that seed. What is it that you want to plant to bring the growth? And so we're going to explore that further. What happens when you plant the seed? Where is this all going? What does it look like? And so we're going to explore that further into the future and deeper and get you more messages around that. So that's all in the extended reading. Love it if you come over, Scorpio. The link is in the description box below. Usually pin the link to the comments as well. Follow me on Instagram. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Love to read your comments. Let us know what's going on for you at this moment, Scorpio. And all of that helps with the growth of the channel, and I truly appreciate it. And take care.